The story, All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Keeley, published in 2015, dives into how something as simple as a bag of chips and a huge misunderstanding can absolutely rip a community in two. Two high school students get caught on opposite sides of a single moment of police brutality, an incident that's going to change their lives and their town forever. Let's get inside the head of one of our main characters, Quinn Collins. He's wrestling with this label, this idea of being the perfect all-American kid. You see, his dad was a military hero who died in service. And Quinn feels this crushing pressure to live up to a name he doesn't even really understand. This whole story is told from two different points of view. First, you've got Rashad Butler. He's a black teenager. He's an ROTC, and he loves to draw. Then you have Quinn Collins, the white basketball star we just mentioned, the son of a local hero. They go to the same school, they walk the same hallways, but as we're about to find out, they live in two totally different worlds. It all kicks off on what seems like a completely normal Friday. Rashad's just thinking about getting to a party later. Quinn's planning a regular night out with his friends. Neither of them has a clue that one quick stop at a corner store is about to set off a chain reaction. Everything explodes. Rashad's just reaching into his bag for his wallet when a woman trips over him. Suddenly he's being accused of shoplifting. Before he can even figure out what's going on, a cop is dragging him out of the store and beating him on the sidewalk. In a matter of seconds, he goes from a kid buying chips to a victim bleeding and helpless on the pavement. This is where the story completely splits in two. That beating, it wasn't a secret. Someone saw it all go down. And who that person is, well, that's what makes everything so complicated. The witness is Quinn, and the officer, Paul Galuso, he's not just some random cop. This is the guy who basically stepped in as a father figure for Quinn after his own dad died. He's a role model, a mentor. And to top it all off, he's the older brother of Quinn's best friend, Guzzo. You can just feel how impossible this situation is, right? In the wake of all this, Rashad and Quinn find themselves in totally different worlds, each having to deal with the fallout from that one single moment at the corner store. For Rashad, the aftermath is immediate, and it's brutal. His entire world shrinks down to the four walls of a hospital room. He's not just healing from broken ribs and internal injuries. He's dealing with the absolute trauma and humiliation of what happened while his family tries to figure out what to do next. Meanwhile, Quinn is trying his absolute best to just pretend it never happened. He actually goes to a party that very same night, trying to push the image out of his head. He pours all his energy into basketball, hoping a scholarship can be his ticket out of town. But that memory of the beating, it just keeps replaying over and over again. What happened on Friday doesn't stay buried for long. Not at all. Over the course of just 1 week, this private trauma becomes a public spectacle. By Monday morning, a cell phone video of the beating goes viral at school. And boom, the secret Quinn was trying to keep is now out there for everyone to see. That's when this stops being just about Rashad and Paul. Suddenly, the entire community, their high school, their neighborhoods, everyone is forced to pick a side. It's like a line has been drawn right down the middle of town. As soon as the video gets out, the community just fractures. The whole debate gets super polarized, and the news media fans the flames. You've got two main camps. One side is saying this was a clear case of police brutality, and they want justice for Rashad. The other side is defending the police, saying they're just trying to keep the streets safe. Everyone is looking at the exact same video, but they're seeing two completely different stories. And for Quinn, the pressure to just stay quiet is suffocating. His best friend Guzzo is fiercely defending his brother Paul. His basketball coach flat out tells the team to stay out of it. The message from pretty much everyone in his life is loud and clear. Be loyal, keep your head down, and do not rock the boat. While Quinn is struggling with whether or not he should speak up, Rashad doesn't even get a choice. From his hospital bed, he watches himself become a national headline. His name turns into a hashtag. Hashtag Rashad is absent again today, which gets spray painted right on the sidewalk at school. He's become this huge symbol for a social justice movement when really he's just a kid trying to heal. It all really boils down to this one word for Quinn: loyalty. What does it mean? On one hand, he's loyal to Paul, the man who was there for him when his own dad died. But on the other hand, what about loyalty to the truth? The truth of what he saw with his own eyes. Paul beating a kid who was no threat at all. It's a choice between loyalty to a person and loyalty to what's right. As the week goes on, that pressure keeps building and building until it reaches a point where staying silent just isn't an option anymore. All that tension that's been simmering all week is about to boil over. The community takes action. Students get together and organize a protest march against police brutality. They schedule it for the following Friday, exactly 1 week after the incident at Jerry's. Then, on Thursday morning, Quinn makes his move. He walks into school wearing a plain t-shirt, but on the front it has this simple, powerful question. I'm marching. Are you? It's not a big speech. It's not a loud argument. It's a quiet public statement. He's done being a bystander. He has picked his side. The fallout is immediate. On one hand, his decision pretty much destroys his lifelong friendship with Guzzo and makes his coach furious. But on the other hand, it ignites something. Other students, white kids, black kids, all kinds of students see his shirt and they are inspired. His one small act of courage starts to look like the beginning of a real movement. This all leads to the story's climax. Exactly 1 week after it all began, the protest march kicks off. And there, in the middle of the crowd, the two boys' separate journeys finally collide. Rashad, now out of the hospital, is there to march for himself. And Quinn is right there too, marching with him. He's no longer just a witness. He's part of the fight. That's really the question the story leaves us with. It's not just about Quinn's choice, is it? It's about ours. When everyone is watching, what does it truly mean to take a stand? Especially when you have something to lose. All American Boys doesn't give us any easy answers, but it absolutely forces us to think about the role we all play when we see an injustice happen.